Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My name's Kenan. Thank you for tuning in today. I really appreciate it. These videos do take some time to make, and I just love that you're able to tune in and watch these videos. If you have found this channel through my daily Bible verse, thank you for taking your time to watch these longer form videos. They are my favorite because I can explain more. But don't worry, I'll continue the Bible verses until hopefully like day 50 maybe, and then I might switch it up. But we'll see till then. But today's topic is really interesting. I think you guys are going to love it. I hope you're able to learn something. So I asked you to turn to Genesis 6, verses 1 to 6, okay? And today's topic is about the Nephilim, okay? You might be asking, what is Nephilim? Well, I'm going to explain that. But first, let's read this. Okay, here we go. When mankind begun to multiply on the earth and daughters were born in them, the sons of God saw that the daughters of mankind were beautiful, and they said, and they took and they chose as wives for themselves. And the Lord said, my spirit will not remain with mankind forever, but they are corrupt. Their days will be 120 years. The Nephilim were on the earth, both in those days and afterward. When the sons of God came to the daughters of mankind, who bore the children of them, they were the powerful men of old, the famous men. So, if you didn't get what I was saying there, these sons of God have went and married the children of daughters of humans. Okay, you might be asking, what is the sons of God? Okay, I'm going to explain that later. But I just want you to ponder that these daughters are getting married to people called the sons of God, and that you have these Nephilim, which are there before and after, and these Nephilim are these giants of big strength. Okay, so I want you to ponder that, think about that, because I'm going to explain all that later. So let's go to Numbers 13:13. Okay, this is also a very good verse to read about, and this is the scouts. They went to the promised land and scouted out. Moses sent them. He said, go scout out the land, this promised land. Basically see if we can find them. Okay? So they go out, and this is what they say. We even saw the Nephilim there, the descendants of Achan come from the Nephilim. To ourselves we seem like grasshoppers, and we must have seemed the same to them. So these troll scouts, they go to the promised land, and they go to the city. And they say, we saw the Nephilim there. The Nephilim are these giants, okay? Big giants here, giant humans. And that we seem like grasshoppers in them. Okay, we're small, like we're small to them. And we must have seemed the same to them. So they probably looked down at us and thought, wow, these are small humans. These are grasshoppers. That's how big and strong they were. And actually, I forgot the names completely, but 2 scouts. I'm going to hate it, but was it Caleb? It might have been Caleb and someone else that actually said to Moses, he was like, oh, we can fight them. We got them outnumbered. These Nephilim, oh, they're nothing. But the other scouts were scared, and that's why they kind of spread this saying, kind of this thought of mind throughout the Israelites at that time that they could not take on these enemies of Israel in the promised land, and that they should be scared. That's why Israel refused to enter the land of Canaan, because they were scared of being killed, and they didn't believe the Lord their God could help them to victory. Okay. So, where do these giant humans, these Nephilim, come from? Okay. So they are the children of the sons of God. So you're asking, okay, Canaan, you've been talking about the sons of God. What are the sons of God? So there's a couple of different theories, but what I agree with, and the most common one, is that the sons of God are fallen angels. The sons of God are mentioned 5 times throughout the Bible, and they are thought of as this angelic being. So like these angels, these fallen angels. So what did these sons of God do? These fallen angels, they went and they married the daughters of humans. Okay, that's what it said in Genesis 6. Let's go back there, shall we? Forgot to bookmark it. So Genesis 6, right? The sons of God saw that the daughters of mankind were beautiful, and they took any they chose as wives for himself. So these fallen angels, they went to earth, and this is pre-flood. They went to earth and they married these daughters, these human daughters. And the Nephilim were created, which were the Trojan, so this giant, okay? So it's just the child of an angel and a human. Right, so very interesting stuff. The interesting thing is it says the Nephilim were there in those days and afterwards, okay? So the only way to counter argument, or one of the counter arguments to the theory I have just discussed, is when it says the Nephilim were on the earth both in those days, leading to people to think the Nephilim were there before the angels have fallen, which would mean they are not the children of the sons of God. Personally, I think that they are, and that the angels fell. They fell after creation, but I think they fell before the Nephilim were there. So they fell and then they came up and had children. Because it says when mankind began to multiply on the earth. So that the angels had already fallen, and then humans began to multiply, and then they went out and married their daughters. And then had these Nephilim. That's just my personal understanding, my personal thinking. I suggest you go read and kind of find out what you think. Because there's some other theories out there. Let's see, what else would I have for you? There's also the argument that these Nephilim aren't the sons of God, because Jesus said that angels cannot marry in heaven. In heaven. So these fallen angels are not in heaven, right? They are in hell, is what they are. They were sent to hell because of their rebellion against God. So while heavenly angels cannot marry, angels from hell and the devil's angels, I think, could marry and could definitely come up and have children with these women. Okay? It also applies that the angels in Genesis were fallen, like I said, right? So the angels in Genesis were fallen. Let's see what else we have here. Okay, so my last kind of thing I want to discuss is how the Nephilim were before the flood, okay, right? So before the flood, times were mighty wicked, like it was bad. I talked about this the other day about how or yesterday actually, that the Lord said he would regret making humans, which I kind of had a different thought, that he doesn't regret making humans, he regrets that they have fallen, like that, and he can grieve, okay? But anyways, the Nephilim were there before the days, okay? But it also says afterwards, and you think, well, didn't the Lord flooded the earth, and he only saved Noah and his family? So how are the Nephilim hereafter? Well, actually, one of the common theories is that Noah's, was it son Ham, his wife, and just Noah's family in general, one of the wives had Nephilim blood in them. Okay, so Nephilim blood was the bloodline of Nephilims were survived, like it went on because one of Ham's wives, or one of the people in Noah's family, had this Nephilim blood. So then afterwards, once they start expanding, this Nephilim blood is then kind of passed through the bloodline, and that's how these cities had all these Nephilims even after the flood. Okay, so it's a very interesting concept about the Nephilim. And then there was another thing about curses being brought onto Noah and allowing the Nephilim to kind of spread because of Noah's daughters that said, let's get pregnant by Noah. And then they went and got pregnant, and then Ham covered the face of Noah with a towel, I think. Yeah, so that last part, I heard about it in Bible study, so I kind of want to throw that out there. I will put up above me if I'm wrong, and then I will post a link down below. But just be aware, because I know there's a curse. There was a curse kind of onto Noah and kind of on the hand because of that, but I don't know how it applied to Nephilim. Okay? So, what can you get from the Nephilim? What can you get from this video? Because I always like to have a kind of theme or conclusion. Well, just to study this topic more. It's a very fun topic. I've been kind of interested in it. I'm going to leave some videos down below in the description that you can go and watch. Some very good videos that looks like there's an ad for some Dove body soap. Wow, chapstick. Okay, let's just get that out of there. The video said no ads, but I guess they were lying. But I suggest you go watch some more videos on this topic. I'll leave some down below. It's a very fun topic. I'm also going to be doing a daily Bible verse later, so I suggest you tune into that. And thank you for watching. I hope you gain something from this topic, and I love you guys so much.